Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to show 226 with the hippie pastor. I'm the hippie pastor. Thank you for watching the show. As you may have noticed in the title of this show, Jesus Christ versus Christianity. Okay? I say yes to Jesus. I say no to Christianity. From the very beginning of time, Christianity was a religion built on war, on enslavement, on lies, on oppression, on manipulation, on horror tale stories to scare the masses like eternal hellfire, on mixing the Bible with the truth of the Bible, mixing it with lies, going around the world, like I say, exploiting, and they became what it was a Judeo-Christian culture, because Christianity in reality was created by the Jewish Pharisees to disrupt the revolution of love of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is a revolutionary, if there ever was one, and starting with freedom, bringing freedom of religion, bringing equality to women, and freedom for all, and love for all, and all inclusive. Saying, in other words, that the whole planet is God's chosen special people, not just Israel or the Jews. And they did not like that because they felt that they were the only special people. And the greatest lie, my friend, in the history of the planet was exactly that Israel was the special chosen people of God. And this was supported by Christianity, or may I say the Jewish people, again, I repeat, invented Christianity. And because they're very sly, they're very highly intelligent, I will say that for the Israel people, the Jews, usually are more intelligent than your average Gentile, right? I'm not anti-Semite. Some of my best friends are Jewish people, and some of the people I admire the most. Individuals, not the government that's slaughtering little children. Yes, and so therefore because the Christians, Jesus told the Christians to go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Therefore, very wisely and intelligently, the Jewish people, the Pharisees, inserted the Old Testament into the New Testament. So they gave the Christians their Bible, the history of Israel, knowing that the Christians would go around the planet propagating the Old Testament with the New to the entire planet. So the entire planet has studied Jewish Israel, the history of Israel, as the chosen people of God. What about Ethiopia? Don't they have a history? What about Madagascar? Don't they have a history? What about Timbuktu? What about Alaska? What about Russia? They all had their gods. Why was the God of Israel the only true God, which gave them the authority to slaughter and kill in the name of their God anybody who did not accept their religion? But Jesus Christ came with a whole new idea of freedom of religion, I have said. Now, there's an important thing that I would like to add to this little discourse, is that you need to have a direct personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I don't mean through Christianity, not at all, okay? I mean direct. Jesus Christ is alive. I met him myself. I can attest to that. I am a witness that Jesus Christ is alive, okay? He is alive, okay? And the energy and the spirit of the universe of love is with him, revolutionizing the hearts and giving the gift, the free gift of everlasting life to all those who will receive it. No matter if you're a sinner, we're all sinners. And those who proclaim not to sin are liars and hypocrites. and manipulators. We're all sinners. We all fail short. It even says that in the Bible. We all fail short of the glory of God. It's a gift of God. For by grace are you saved through faith, and not of yourselves. It is a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. So I highly recommend that, you want to go to church, you want to believe in I don't care what religion, you want to be a New Age or a Satanist or into witchcraft, or you want to be a Christian, or you want to be a Hindu, Muslim, whatever you are, it doesn't matter. Love is the only key that will bring peace and everlasting life into your heart. And if you want to be an atheist, that's cool. Be an atheist. But remember that love is the energy that created the universe. And if you tell me that there's no proof of the existence of a creator, you're a fool, my friend. No, wait a minute. I take that back. I'm sorry I said that. You're a big fat fool. Anyway, because if you look at nature, the beauty and wisdom and the purpose in Mother Nature is outstanding. It never ceases to amaze me. So I would highly suggest, again, I repeat, that you develop your own personal relationship with Jesus Christ according to your personality, according to your personal interpretation. You have that freedom. Don't let these fundamentalist religionists lie to you and tell you that you don't have the freedom to interpret God or Jesus in the way that you so choose, and that you have to choose their interpretation, or else you go into hellfire forever. Ha ha ha. Tell me about it. I'm tired of talking about this. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you fall madly in love with a person, another human being, and decide to make your love, to whatever formal, to formalize it, and to go through the sacrament of marriage. And we know that when two people get together for, promising their life to each other, they, at the beginning besides the marriage party, right, the ceremony, the party, the friends, the joy, the happiness, then where do the newlyweds go? They go on their honeymoon. Interesting choice of words, honeymoon. Yeah, baby. They go on their honeymoon. And I would highly suggest to all of you, when you go on your honeymoon, do not take your pastor with you in the honeymoon room to tell you how it's done. Okay? You do not take your preacher or your pastor inside the sacred, private, personal honeymoon of the bed of love, so that he can direct you. Maybe even he might want to show you how it's done, mounting your beloved, before you do, as a sacrifice that he's making, to show you the right way to make love to your wife. That's the same exact thing, my friends. Your relationship with Jesus Christ is personal. Don't allow anyone to get in between you and Jesus. You do not need a mediator. You do not need a translator. Translate it however you feel in your heart. God has given you that freedom. And go direct without a mediator. These people that come, in offices and they'll fill out the forms for you for a fee. Fill out the form yourself. Don't be a sucker. I love you with the love that characterizes my personality, and the hippie pastor for now says, hasta luego, my friends.